Hi everyone, Ron here at AbleTrend. Welcome to the webinar. Crazy week in the market this week, that's for sure. Actually, even last week was it's really when it all started, the big downtrend. And sure could see it coming. And I always like to look at the last, the afternoon, like the last hour of the day, when you start seeing that dropping, in the last half hour, last hour, every day. That's not a good sign. It's just a little something that I look for. Just kind of tells you that that doesn't mean the next day, but when it keeps happening every day, it tells you there's a lot of selling going on the market. If you remember, most of the year, the last hour, half hour, toward the end of the day, it just kind of popped up every day. Now, the last few weeks now, it's just been going down. So, kind of felt like something was coming here, but who could have expected this kind of a massive sell-off, especially in the NASDAQ? I mean, this is getting crushed. Anyhow, same rules, same colors and dots. Everything's the same with AbleTrend, and day traders love a market like this. The only thing about it is that there's so much volatility right now in the market, with the VIX being like 20. I think it hit 28 today, and it's normally in the low teens. I mean, it's like double what it normally is, or even more than double what it normally is, meaning there's just a lot of volatility. The only bad part about it is that there's just more risk in the market. I mean, there's a lot more risk. The prices are much further from the smaller support and resistance points. So in a market like this, I'd say when the VIX gets above 15, and now we're in the mid-20s, you got to just, it's going to be more risk. Got to take on more risk, like maybe up in that to as far as the distance from the price to the dots, 12 or 15 points if you want to get into trades. It's fine. You know what? If you just say, this is just not for me. It's moving like lightning speed. Totally understand that. Totally get that. Because today there's only one trade on the mini NASDAQ. It was a big time winner, but it was a sweet spot big winner. But otherwise, it wasn't much happening there, just because of the volatility. The signals were fantastic, and the rest of the, prior to today, they were really, really good. Obviously, there's a lot of money to be made, but you had to take on a little bit more risk, and just because of the unusual volatility in the market. But looking at the daily, weekly chart, going back to this LRCX chart that I showed about a month ago or so, the downtrend. I mean, this. Obviously, everything's just getting pummeled right now, so the downtrends just continue. And we got into this one back up here about 2 months ago at 178 daily. This is a daily, weekly stock chart. You imagine if you had a put option on that one, or any one of these red bars, because I love that it came from green to red here, green to red there. Those are just super. Those are super low risk trades, and you had triple confirmation, so everything was going great. Even had the red arrow right here, kind of give us the heads up, on the way down. So that was a great sign to get in there. Technically, you had quadruple confirmation: red bar, red arrow, red weekly dot, red daily dot. I mean, that was a home run. And anywhere along here, obviously, would have been fine to get in. And then, of course, down it went in. A lot of people say, "Oh, there's a sweet spot." Which it is, but boy, I wouldn't have gotten in over there just because, how long is it going to last? It's already, it's too late now. I think it's already dropped 25 points or so, that'd be risky. Fine to get in if you're the, not everybody's the same. I mean, if you're a person who doesn't mind taking on a little more risk, great, go for it. But just stick with it. I mean, the whole key is stick with it. If you got these red dots above, stay short. You're safe. Got a nice wall of protection above the price. And it doesn't matter if we're looking at a stock chart or day trading E-mini chart or crude oil or gold, euro, British pound, totally doesn't mean a thing. Totally meaningless. This AbleTrend is just as accurate for every market. We just show these markets more often because that's what everybody likes to trade, especially here in the U.S. That's what, these are the most popular markets, and this is what everybody asks me to, this is what the charts everybody asks me to show. So obviously that's what I do. But AbleTrend doesn't care. It's the same colors and dots, same market, same accuracy for everything. That's what makes it so popular everywhere. Harry says hi. Hey, hi, Harry. Glad you're here. Any questions you have? Of course, you have the question box in front of you there. Feel free to just pop in a question there, and I can help you with. All right, we'll take a look at the mini NASDAQ, being that this is ours and most everyone's favorite intraday chart to trade. Just extreme volatility. Again, the 1 minute chart is picking up these trends beautifully, but there's a lot of risk getting into those, and you got to be real careful, got to be real careful. I mean, we can stretch that, we like to use the 10-point rule, meaning where the price, where you're ready to get into the trade, where the price bar closes, to the first row of small red or blue dots. Now your stop loss can be even further than that. Remember, the small red dots is resistance. They block the prices from going higher. The small blue dots are support. It stops or blocks the price from going lower. The bigger dots, or I just put X's on here because some people like to use X's, so that's why it's whatever you like, is the hidden resistance on the 3-minute chart, the higher time frame. Look how the prices went right to the X's 3 or 4 times, stopped. I mean, that's a classic no trade zone. No trade zone. I mean, the problem just when you have this increased volatility, you have to be willing to take on more risk. It's just like here. That's like 15 points away. It's a good thing. It was would have been a losing trade, but I mean, you're going to probably have to up it when the VIX gets this high. You're going to have to up it to get into the trades. And technically speaking, I mean, again, look at all these no trade zones. Kept us out of trouble so often today. Just love the no trade zones. I mean, it's just telling us there's a wall of protection above the price. Don't do it. It's too risky. But again, when you have such high volatility, you're going to have to take on a little bit more risk to get into these trades. It's okay to do that, is my point. If you're not comfortable with that, then just don't do it. But if you're okay with getting in on some of these trades with increased volatility, you want to up that to 12 or 15 points. We say it's okay to do that only when the VIX is like above 20, and the VIX is like 25, 27 right now. So, all you have to do, by the way, you can $VIX. Well, for e-signal, it's $VIX. TD Ameritrade is probably $VIX.X. You have to check with Infinity what they use there. But I mean, you got some just monster trades here. But here was the one, super low risk, normal AbleTrend trade right there. You had a perfect sweet spot. It was like a little less than, actually a tick less than 10 points there. It was just, and that one just was a home run. Right after that, it just went down big time until we'd been stopped out right over there. But I mean, as impossible as that is to believe, that was 70 points profit in a half an hour. 70. It's $20 a point. If you just traded one lot, which is one contract, that's a $1,400 winner in a half an hour. AbleTrend gave everyone. If you're trading multiple contracts, take some profit at the bands, and you certainly couldn't blame anybody for taking profit anywhere down here when you got this far below the red dots. Remember, the further you get under those red dots, the greater the chance it's going to snap back. Certainly couldn't blame anybody for getting out anywhere in that area, because you'd have made 100. We were in profit 130 points at one point. I mean, that's $2,600. That pays for AbleTrend for 1 year in a half an hour in one trade. It's crazy how fast the market was moving and how much volatility, but that's a tough one to do. Michael's asking if he's, do you take some clues from the 30-minute? I always have a 30-minute chart up at the same time. I like to look and see how far the price is away from the dots. I like to see where the dots are, because prices normally hit the 30-minute dots and stop. But more importantly, I want to see how far the price is away from the dots. The same way I'm constantly looking, how far is the price away from the small 1-minute dots? Because keeping in mind, as I always repeat, the further the prices get away from those dots, the less of a chance it's going to go much further, because the greater the chance it is of a pullback. And when it pulls back, it snaps back fast. So that's what I use the 30-minute chart for. And I just use a straight 30, not a guidance chart. Michael wants to look at the 10:03 trade. $10.03. I don't see any 10:03 trade here, Michael. Here's 10:03 right in here, and these bars are all green. Oh, on the ES, sorry. 10:03 on the ES. Now, that's even a possibility because the ES doesn't have quite the volatility as the NQ. Keep an eye on the ES when the market is, when the VIX is this high and the market is kind of wacky like this. You might actually like the ES better because it's a little bit calmer. 10:03, oh, definitely a trade right there. Is that 10:03? Yeah, it looks like 10:03. Yep. Oh, absolutely, that's a trade right there, Michael, for sure. Yep. Yes, sir. And we use 3 points on the ES, and I guess on a if you want, you can stretch that to 4. Again, when the volatility index is so high like this, and it's moving at this kind of lightning speed, if you even want to get in on 4 points, I mean, we're going to give you the okay on that one. I mean, everybody's different. Use your own judgment on that. Everybody knows their own risk tolerance. I mean, you got some crazy moves here. I don't know if that was close enough. 78, 83. Yeah, that's 5 points. That's a tough one. These are tough ones to get in. Oh, definitely a trade right in here. That's definitely a trade right there. So we're in here at 70, out at 79. Yeah, that's nice. That's 9 points on the ES. It's $50 a point. That's $450 on the stop out right here. And this is a perfect no trade zone right there. I mean, that's like 2 points. That's really close. So yeah, on really high volatility days, keep an eye on the ES. You might find that you're going to get more opportunities because the prices will be closer to the dots, being that the ES isn't quite as volatile as the NQ. So that's a good point there. This would be a trade. Looks like it would be. Have to be a trade there, and we'd be stopped out there. So we get back a couple points there. 70 and a half, 73 3/4. Yeah, there's a sell signal there, stop out there. 5 or 6 more points there. It's another 300. Obvious no trade zones here, 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 here. Oh my. That just saved us a pile of money. Look at this right here. Wow, that's textbook right there. Look at that one there. It's like a 2 points, under 2 points from the first row of red dots, and that one of course was a home run right there. Boy, you only get too many of those a year. I mean, but October is usually a very volatile month. It's an excellent month for day trading. No trade zone, and pretty much the end. These are just way too far from the. There's just too much risk in those trades. We'd rather have. And again, you can do it how you like and adjust that to whatever you like, because everybody has different risk tolerance, and they're certainly going to be losing trades. I guarantee you that. There's definitely risk in trading, but we like to stick with the low risk trades. But in highly volatile markets like this, if you want to push it a little bit more and add a little more to the distance to the dots. I mean, you almost have to, otherwise you're just not going to get in the trade. Here's another. There's a sweet spot there, and that would have been a losing trade. But otherwise, just amazing moves it's able to pick up to stop firing, and yet still keep our risk down. And that's the best part about AbleTrend. It's the amazing moves and keeping our risk down. Awfully good stuff. Exactly. Michael says, how do you hold on? And when the profit is literally pouring in, yeah, absolutely. When you get to that point where it's just, when you're seeing the cash register really pile up, absolutely, you got to jump out. You just flatten and move on. I mean, nobody's going to pick the top or the bottom. Neither was AbleTrend. But I mean, when you get to that point where you got such a tremendous profit in it, yeah, absolutely, just flatten and say, wow, thank you, great stuff. On the ES at 10:09. Yeah, exactly. Yep, that's the one I circled. Good stuff, everyone. Hope you're finding it helpful. Hope anything I can do, let me know. Michael says, as traders, we know we're our own most worst enemy. Yeah, you're right about that. Amazing week. You're welcome, Kyle. Certainly was an amazing week. Hope everybody's finding it helpful, and anything I can do, let me know. It's always the same rules, colors, dots. You just got to take advantage of a week like this as much as we can, because we know there's going to be losing days and losing trades, that's for sure. But good stuff here, and glad everybody's doing well and here. And so thanks for being here, and do anything I can. Let me know how I can help. Have a great night, everyone.